in this corner. Let's go.
Y'all ever, we've been zooming this whole time. You would think that I know that I'm muted. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? We good? I'm waiting for the chat. There we go. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear me. All right, so it's your host, Tunde, the big Tundees, coming through with lots of stees. Asking y'all, please, let me stop. I'm gonna just pause right there. So we are going to have a conversation. So as you all know, Streetbeefs Westcoast and Heart in the Fight conducted a survey. We did a research survey with some of the fighters from Streetbeefs Westcoast, and there were some dope findings, some very serious findings. I don't think we really anticipated what we found, and so it just made sense for us to get on and talk to you all about what the research findings were. And so that's what tonight's episode is all about. We got some Streetbeefs Westcoast fighters to get on and discuss the things with us. We're going to have fun, but I also want to highlight the fact that this is very serious information. Before we even get to the fighters and everybody on, I want to just talk about how Streetbeefs or Scarface did an amazing job of creating a platform where people can air out their grievances and not end up dead. And I know he speaks a lot about, creating Streetbeefs, and the purpose that he started Streetbeefs was so that people can air out their grievances with their fists and not with guns. And so to see what Streetbeef has become and what it's evolved into, I think it's an amazing opportunity the research that we did was an amazing opportunity to have this discussion of the evolution of Streetbeefs. We call Streetbeefs a family, we call it a community, but I don't even really know if we understand the words that we're using. And so we're going to talk about that research finding tonight. We're going to talk with some very interested and entertaining people. And yeah, we're going to get to it. So with that being said, I'm about to get the rest of the folks on here, and then we just going to chat for a little bit. Oh, actually, before I do that, we are past the 1,000 subscriber threshold. What that means, why am I telling you? If you have not hit the subscribe button, I don't know what you're doing, bro. I really don't know what you're doing. First and foremost, how'd you get here? We must got a crazy network. If you just got here and you're not subscribed, that's crazy. That's amazing. But we need some subscriptions. The goal and the purpose of what we do here at Heart in the Fight, we have big ideas to do more, and that involves your subscription. So please hit the subscribe button. Also, share this with your homies. We're gonna have a very intimate conversation tonight. And I know some people really want to talk about this too. This is not limited to Streetbeefs. We can with the findings, we can branch out to many other conversations. So share this with your homies. Let's get everybody get on. You feel me? And so with that being said, Wero, Diesel, how y'all feeling, man? What's going on?
Good, bro. Good. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling.
Yo, what's up?
Good.
Like your flag, Wero.
Thanks, man. Hey, this dude I know made that logo for me. It was you, bro. It was you. You know that.
That guy's cool.
Yeah,
what's up, Tunde?
Cool as shit.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Scrapyard in the house. Want to say shout out to Scrapyard.
What up?
What up? What up?
Chicken. But yeah, man. So, did either of you get a chance to participate in the survey?
Yeah.
I did.
And so, like, how did that come about? Did somebody reach out to you? Did you say, "Hey, I got a story I want to tell about Street Beefs"? How did y'all involvement come to?
Go ahead, D.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Daniel reached out. I think so. I think that's what happened.
Hey, Sunshine, I'm not high yet, bro.
Sunshine, stay flirting with you, bro. She find every opportunity to flirt with you.
And I'm not even mad at it, bro. I love flirting with Sunshine.
So I love the attention.
Yeah, I ain't mad at the attention.
I
heard that.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, Daniel sent me the survey. He told me about the impact survey, what they were doing and what they were trying to accomplish, and just the information they were trying to garner, and asked me if I'd be willing to do it, and I said, yeah, absolutely. So.
Here we are. That's a huge bite.
So,
oh shit!
I was telling him beforehand. Huh?
What's going on, Free Smoke?
What up? I didn't even realize I was in the thing yet. What's up?
Hey, bro, we
can tell. You just bobbing around and shit.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, man.
So Free Smoke, did you get a chance to fill out the survey? Were you a part of the data?
Yeah,
so
I filled that out.
How did you come in contact with the survey?
How did I come in contact? Meaning, like, how did I find it? Well, I mean, like I said, it was just developed and just put out there for people who are part of Street Beefs to kind of just give their say on what Street Beefs does for them, what it means for them, their life before and after. And like I said, it was given to us by the Heart in the Fight crew. So just something to like give the data to kind of like break the narrative that we're kind of just some fight club. You know what I'm saying? Because we're really just more than that.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, it's more than just fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just one small part of it. That's just one day a month. The other 30, you know what I'm saying, days, it's just us being a community.
Mm-hmm. And, for me, what's really cool, and I don't know, I know both of you guys play other sports, but I've been a part of many leagues and many teams. And the camaraderie that we have here, it's not like any other sport I've ever been attached to. It'll be baseball, basketball, anything. It's very, very different. And I don't know if I want to use this word because it might be a little much, but it's more intimate. It's more of an intimate relationship that we have some with you guys. Stop laughing, bro.
Fighting is an intimate sport, you know what I'm saying?
It is. Just because I think of the emotions involved. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very emotional. I don't get emotional when I go out there and hoop. Like when I'm breaking Free Smoke's ankles, that's not emotional for me. That's just business.
Now we're capping on the motherfucking podcast, bro.
Because the video. Check my Instagram, y'all. Check my Instagram. I got it up there. Just breaking Free Smoke
down. He hasn't
like
posted any of the
like
other
a
videos,
box
bro. He's keeping
lunch, bro. I sent them to you. Post them. So, anyways, there's nothing. No other sport I've ever played that's quite like, the fight game. And you don't even have to fight people. Like, for instance, some of my closest friends in Street Beefs are guys I've never fought. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the bond that you have with another human being you fought and you become friends with is very much. It's more than just a normal friend. Like me and Jet, me and Silas. You know what I mean? That's like my little brothers right there.
And something I want to interject with, because Free Smoke says something, and Diesel kind of built upon it. So there's this perception that like we just fight, right? Like we or I don't want to say we because I don't organize the fights, but y'all in the Street Beefs community get told you fight this person, y'all meet in the cage, y'all beat each other up or whatever, and then y'all leave. And so this report, and the reason why I think this is, when I read it, I was like, oh yeah, this is helping me understand Street Beefs in a way different way. When I read it, I was like, oh, these dudes actually care about each other. And I don't think that you can get that from watching the fights in the video.
Yes, it's impossible to convey that. Like, you see a couple guys hug at the end of a match, but most of the time that happens. Like when I was fighting Muay Thai, they just shove you together and you hug. You know what I mean? I don't know that dude. I'm not hanging out with that dude. He just kicked me in the face. You know what I mean? But here, it's very, very different. That you just build that rapport with people, and it's impossible to convey that through a YouTube video.
Definitely something you got to see to believe, you know what I'm saying? Especially people that have that bad stigma on what we do already. Definitely something you kind of have to be there to really get the experience and really see that.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
And so what do you think is the reason for that? Why do you think people in Street Beefs are buddy more so than any other sports group or whatever that you join?
I think I'm going to take this one, Tunde.
All right, fuck me.
I was just kidding, but I will take it though. So, and honestly, the part of the reason I did that is that's a perfect example right there. Free Smoke is the homie. Free Smoke is like a little brother to me. You know what I mean? And that's why right there is because I help Free Smoke grow as a human being. Free Smoke helps me grow as a human being. You know what I mean? Silas, Diesel, we all help each other grow, not just in the fight game, but as human beings. And that's, you know, what a lot of people don't understand is when you get in the ring and you fight another human being, there's a level of confidence that you build, even just training, honestly, even just training and knowing you can, you know, combat another human being. There's a lot of confidence built, and that bleeds into the rest of your life. And that camaraderie is based on the fact that we push each other to be better human beings in and out of the cage. And I think that's where it comes from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like that confidence. You said that it builds confidence. And like before fighting, I would consider myself like a confident dude, but like half of that confidence was, you know, pretend like I'm just gonna act confident and then I'll be confident basically. So, but now after, you know, fighting for, you know, like a year and a half already and actually seeing what I can do, testing myself and seeing how far I can go, that builds real confidence inside of me. So now I walk around with actual confidence, you know? So there's a big difference.
There's a huge difference. And you can see it. And guys, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and just to touch on that part, you know what I'm saying? The whole confidence thing is a real big thing. I tell a lot of people, you know, confidence will really take you far in anything, you know what I mean? And in this sport, you know, and like Diesel said, you know, he thought he had confidence and all this, but he kind of felt like it wasn't like real confidence until he really got in there, did his thing, and now he's like, you know, now I got supreme confidence. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but I've never really lacked that or anything. I've always kind of just been hella confident, maybe hella cocky. It is what it is, but it's actually not like, it's really good for people though, you know, like especially there's a lot of people in our group that, you know, have never really, or not even just in our group, just in real life, that probably like don't have those connections or anything like that, or really had like many people to like talk to or really like fuck with like that. So being a part of this group and getting out of their shell gives them confidence in other areas other than just fighting. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it.
And I'll tell y'all a real quick story real fast about the whole confidence. So my first fight was with Jet in November of last year. And a week before that fight, I got fired from my job. And and I was just like, well, I'm already signed up. Might as well go out there and get, you know, see what happens, get beat up. I fully expected to just get in there and get rocked because I didn't train, hadn't been training in 10 years. I was like, let's see what happens. And so I get up there, I win the fight, and then I start applying for jobs when I get back. And I fall into a position I've never done before. It's a promotion from something I used to do right before that. And I just kind of got lucky. He needed somebody. And just that confidence that I was garnering from just winning that first fight and having, you know, like I had legit fans, like almost immediately. And the confidence that you get from that, it propelled me right into that new position. And now I'm killing it. And literally it's because of my entire, all that confidence. I'm just riding the coattails of my Street Beefs confidence right now. I really am, until I found out what I was really doing at that job.
That's a big thing, dude. Because like, you know, especially the part where you said fans, like I'll have random people call me up like, hey, I'm with or random friends of mine call me up like, hey, I'm with one of my friends. They're a big fan. They want to say hello, you know? And I'm just like, wow, that's like extremely flattering. And I don't know, it's a different feeling, you know what I'm saying?
And so let me ask you that. Because to be honest, Venom Blacc said something similar, Diesel, and that clicked for me too. So Venom Blacc was like, I got guys who Instagram me and send me DMs, and they're like, "Hey, yo, bro, I'm really inspired by you. I know that you didn't da 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 da." And so he said before he was fighting, like that wasn't happening. But when he started to fight and when his name started getting out there, he started to understand that he has influence over others. And so, let's talk about that. Like, how has that experience been for y'all?
It's been humbling for me, to be honest. I've got people on Instagram that follow me. They hit me up and they're like, "Hey, I've watched your fights and this and that, and keep doing your thing. You're this and that. Just anything positive. Just sending my way or anything." Especially coming from like complete strangers, you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that like really makes your day and kind of just makes you feel like you're on the right path, doing the right things, you know what I'm saying? And people are noticing.
Yeah, for me it's not the strangers, it's the people I know, it's people I've met. Like there's been probably 6 or 8 occasions where I've met somebody at an event I didn't know before, and they'll be like, "Hey," at the event, they're like, "Oh, cool, man, I love you. You're one of my favorite fighters, blah, blah, blah." And then
so that would be a stranger.
A week later, somebody I met at the event, and then a week or 2 later that, we built a rapport, added on Facebook, whatever. And then they hit me up and say, "Hey, man, I'm really going through something right now. What kind of advice do you have?" Like I've gotten a lot of people message me about advice. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm the right dude to be asking about this. But especially, like relationship advice, I'm like, that's not my bag right there, bro. But that's very humbling because I'm like, they just see somebody that looks like he's doing well, in whatever aspect and however they quantify it, he's doing well, and they're just like, I want to know how he does it or what he does. So I've had a lot of people in my DMs asking that stuff like that, and that's very humbling. Besides for being recognized outside of just in my normal day, but. Yeah, it's cool, but my inner circle keeps me very humbled. Like my daughter just be tearing me apart sometimes. Bro, dead serious. She texted me the other day and she was like, "I'm wearing one of your shirts to school." And about halfway through school, she calls me and she's like, Dad, you'll never guess what happened. This guy come up and he was like, "You know Wero from Streetbeefs?" And I was like, "No way." And she's like, "No, it didn't. Nobody knows you. I love you." And it hangs up. And I'm like, I've never loved her more in that moment. It was amazing. But yeah, they definitely keep me humbled around here.
Yeah, man. And so let's get into some of the findings. Yeah. And so this some of this stuff really blew me away. And this is something that I want to tackle at the forefront, something that I didn't anticipate. Before joining Streetbeefs Westcoast, 42% of the members reported considering suicide. After joining, 73% of those who reported considering suicide no longer contemplated it after experiencing and participating in Streetbeefs Westcoast. Why do y'all think that is?
What was the question again? My bad. I was reading comments.
No, so this is the slide. 42% of the members in Streetbeefs Westcoast reported considering suicide.
Wow.
42. That's nearly like half the people y'all didn't shook hands with.
You can damn near say half. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And then so let's say if it's 100 people, 50 of them thought about suicide. And then
42.
Yeah, 42. 42
right,
if we're being, yeah.
We can be anal, right? 42.
Yeah. You got me Wero on here, bro.
We do got Wero on here. I forgot. So of the 42, 73 of the 73%. So that's about what? 35, 36, Wero?
30, 31, 30.66.
And so 30 people said, you know what? After participating and joining Streetbeefs, I no longer think about that. And so I want to ask y'all, like, because y'all are really in the field, y'all are really fighting these dudes, like, or y'all are like really in the ring with these dudes. So why do y'all think it is? Why do you think that came up?
I can't speak for everybody.
Oh.
Go ahead, Diesel.
No, the confidence that you get. That's it. For me, you know
It's
what I'm
huge.
saying?
It's huge.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Wero.
So, like, thank you, pretty much. So I'm one of those people that have thought about it, that have contemplated when I was younger. Like, I that's how I answered that question. And it's, you know, there have been times when I did, you know, I was fresh out the military. I didn't know who I was. You know what I mean? A few years after my kids were born, I'm divorcing the woman I thought I was going to be in love with forever. You know, lost my job around the same time. It's a bunch of stuff, but there have been times to where, you know, you think about that sort of thing. I probably don't have to tell you guys I went down some very deep, dark, drug-fueled binges at times. And at the bottom of those, there's those thoughts for sure. And the year before I joined Streetbeefs, I had a relationship, and that relationship ended, and those thoughts crept up again, and a lot of the drugs did, a lot of the alcohol. And if you watch my first fight and me just standing there, I'm a little fat and a little puffy. You know what I mean? That's because I was drinking a lot. I was doing a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol. And now you can visibly see a physical difference. You can see a difference in me from that time, and my attitude, my personality, to now as well. You know what I mean? It's I think it has to do with purpose. You know what I mean? Everybody, I don't know if you guys watch that Loki show or know anything about Loki from the Avengers. I know you do, Tunde. But he's always about that glorious purpose. And that's huge, because every human being needs some type of purpose. We need some type of purpose to motivate us. And some of these guys, man, they live and breathe street beefs. And that is a lifeline for them. And that's why it's so important to them, you know? And I can appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that's huge.
Yeah, and then I can just say I've been very grateful to not really have that experience to where I've ever wanted to do something like that. You know, I try to be very positive about a lot of things, but I know that that's very real, and it exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, even hearing it from people that I wouldn't think I would hear if I'm like Wero just said, that he has at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, and to know that some people do go through that, and that something just as small as fighting in the backyard and getting together and connecting with people, you know what I'm saying, can bring you out of a situation like that. Just something like that can flip an entire switch in somebody. Making connections.
Too often we realize we feel like we're alone, no one understands us. You know what I'm saying? But when we got together, we started getting together in Street Beefs. For me at least, it helped me realize that other people are going through the exact same shit that I'm going through, and I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? Plus,
yeah, just tall.
They're hella cool, and we fight, and it's all just like a sick ass mix, you know.
Agreed. It's such a that is probably the coolest thing to me about Street Beefs is we're all from super different walks of life. You know what I mean? That's probably the coolest thing to me. Mm-hmm. I met some way cool people I've never thought I'd ever meet before.
And so I think y'all's perspective is really big simply because y'all are in the ring with these dudes, right? So as people kind of frame or street beefs in some aspects can be framed as content to be consumed. People get on our live, they've jumped on Heart in the Fights live, and they're like, when is this person gonna fight? When are these people gonna fight? When are these people gonna fight? Right? And it's kind of like without understanding stuff like this, we don't really notice the fact that we, as content consumers, as somebody that's watching this, we are we're creating an unhealthy relationship between the fighters and ourselves. And so when we hear stuff like this, where people are like, no, because I'm here, because I'm fighting, because I'm working towards being the best, MMA fighter on West Coast, because I'm able to chill and build with Wero, I feel better about myself. And I think that's huge. But another thing, and as we transition to the next point, we talked about how y'all are kind of role models to people that you may or may not even met. And then one of the things that I wanted to highlight is that the people specifically at Streetbeefs Westcoast reported that since they joined, they are making a conscious effort to improve their physical health.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it is that purpose. Like you get that, quote unquote glorious purpose to get in there and test yourself against another human being. You got to be in shape at least for 30 seconds. That's how I roll.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then on top of that,
Yeah.
too, fighting is a one-on-one sport, so that's where they're going to get that glorious thing
Mhm.
that they can't get in football or baseball or basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just you. So when you win, you're going to get all the glory, and when you lose, you're gonna, you're going to feel that too. So
Silver medal is still good. You know what I'm saying? A loss is a learning opportunity, and you know what I'm saying. Especially for me, my first fight was a loss, and that kicked me off with lots of motivation to get better, and my health definitely improved because of it.
Well, I mean, on top of that too, my bad,
point.
just to add in, like I said, on top of that too, you got people that just don't even they weren't even in the sport to really fight like that. They kind of just fell in love with it after. They were really just in it to lose the weight in general. You know what I'm saying? Or to get better health in general. So it's just kind of cool to see that this is their outlet, and now they love it.
Why a lot of us even start training. That was how I started training. Over a decade ago. Or
me too.
Over a decade ago, I just woke up fat one day, and I was just like, "Oh, what the hell just happened?" Like, I'm dead serious, man. Because my girl I was dating at the time would wake up in the morning at like 3 and go run like 19 miles and then lift and work out and stayed in shape. But we'd be eating ice cream every night, and I was not working out, and it started showing. And I just woke up one morning, and I was like, "I've always wanted to learn how to fight. Let's go see what happens." So I started training for like a year. It helped. It helped a lot.
And I think this is huge too, because so when I see that, I think of people like Streetbender, because he went on record to say Shinigami is the reason why I got off the couch and started fighting.
Yeah.
And this dude is fighting at every event, and he's talking about training and going to gyms and sparring with these people. So even as a fighter, and as you're doing well or you're not doing well, and people are getting to know you, you're inspiring others. You feel me?
He is. He's an inspiration to a lot of dudes.
Almost everybody that's joined, I think, or that has fought from their first event to now, I feel like they've gone down in weight. Most of them at least, are cutting down. They're going down to lower weight classes because they're losing.
Except for 619, that dude gaining weight. He just get bigger and bigger every time we see him.
And that Venom Blacc loss, I don't know.
Yeah, he knocked some pounds on that dude, didn't he?
Yeah,
he's gonna trim down. He's going to trim down.
He's going up to heavyweight, bro. He gonna be
all love 619.
Senior lunchbox headed up to heavyweight.
Lunchbox.
Hey, so if he goes into another weight class, is he gonna rename himself? He gonna come as a new fighter?
Oh, he should. He should rename himself when he goes to heavyweight. That's dope.
Just go by 6.
He gonna have to do the full zip code because he gonna be so much bigger.
Yeah,
the zip code instead.
So,
that's funny.
The full zip code.
That's funny, bro. That's funny.
If he goes down to middleweight, he could be 6 or just 9, but he got to be the whole zip code at heavyweight.
At heavyweight, you got to be the whole thing. I want your whole phone number. Give me area code.
Yeah, right. But that's pretty huge. Martial arts in general, when you start training, when you start trying to be in shape enough to get in there and keep another man from physically harming you, it tends to shred pounds. Gain some muscle, shred some pounds. It really just does.
And it
just preparing for that.
It tends to shed a lot of insecurities as well. Some emotional pounds, you know what I'm saying? Some mental pounds.
Except body dysmorphia. The moment you start working out and you hit that peak performance one day, if you are not at that peak performance, you just walk by the mirror every day and you're disgusted. I know, Diesel, you and I talked about that before.
As long as I'm at 75% of where I want to be, I'm cool, bro. Because it's too much work to be at 100% all the time. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
True.
It's a lifestyle.
And then all these girls wonder why they can't get selfies all the time. I'm like, hey, easy. There's a time for this, There's a time frame. It's about 8 days before a fight, you can have a selfie.
I'm at my walk around weight right now. Chill.
Yeah, type shit. I gotta drop 10, 11 pounds.
Right. There's a selfie window before a fight.
There's a sexy selfie window.
starting to get that under chin again and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got to change the diet and get the cardio going again.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Shit,
I'm down to
man.
160. I'm down to 160. I got 5 to go. That's it.
Yeah, I'm 160.
Yeah.
I got 10 to go. I
Yep.
want to get back to where I'm at, but
I'm at 198 today, and I've got 15 pounds to go before
When's the
February.
next fight, Widow?
Huh?
Damn.
Did you and the Golden Arms get rescheduled?
Nah. Oh, yeah. We got rescheduled. It'll be February. The
Okay.
February event. Yeah. He signed up for the January one, but he just signed it up to hang out. Sunshine asked him if he wanted to fight then, because I'd have drove up. January 29th is my birthday. I would have loved that, bro. But
y'all gonna have to charge $20 for this pay-per-view in February, bro. This shit cooking up to be some crazy shit, man.
it is, bro. That
Man,
okay.
this
It's gonna be
shit is
some fights on
gonna
there.
be fucking nuts.
It's gonna be
Mhm.
ridiculous.
I'd pay it.
Yeah, that get me
Shit, I
too.
would too at this point. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll throw 20 on me starching Golden Arms in 45 seconds. I love to watch that.
Sheesh.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that. We're about to have some tangent.
Yeah, my bad. You asked.
I did. That's my fault. But I do want to get into another portion of the day.
Yeah.
So, top 5 reasons why people joined Streetbeefs Westcoast. So, physical exercise. Fighting was a reason for people to want to or motivate them to be in peak performance, like we discussed. And so, people have been exercising, training regularly after joining Streetbeefs Westcoast. Encouragement. And so encouragement and community kind of go hand in hand, but specifically in the conversation of encouragement, they feel like people believe in them. And that motivates them to go, into different spaces, but more specifically when it comes to Streetbeefs Westcoast, people feel like they are connected and a part of a family. So if they need some advice, if they need some assistance, I remember some people from West Coast were saying that they were assisting each other in other ways. Like I called this person or, gave money to this person. I remember people, getting the same hotel to receive training advice and to be held accountable. And I think those are all benefits of just being a part of a community in general. But I want to pass it to y'all. Like, have y'all had any experience or any moments you want to share about, like, a time where you were being accountable?
Yes, I do.
Let's do it.
Streetbeefs Westcoast 3. No, yeah, number 3. My third fight. I'm driving to Vegas. I fall asleep at the wheel. I crashed my car. So I put a post up that I needed a ride, right? And Wero came to get me at fucking 11 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel sent us gas
an
money.
hour and a half outside of Vegas, bro.
Right. So 3-hour drive total, you know what I'm saying? And then the next day he had to go fight Jet. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first real experience of, like, the Streetbeefs community, like, helping me out, specifically. And that's why I always have love for Wero. I always have love for Heart in the Fight, for Daniel, and for just Streetbeefs in general, for life, forever. Because, like, that was, one of the most times where I needed someone and they were there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, it really comes down to just the OG invasion. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know, man, that event really couldn't have taken place without, like, a lot of people that really fucking helped, you know what I'm saying, to make that shit happen. Because, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of fighters, and, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to put everybody's name out, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And, everybody that got helped or did help somebody or anything, we all helped each other for that event. And, that shit really couldn't have happened with the help of, with a lot of people or some key people in that, and that just shows, like, how far people will go, you know what I'm saying, for for others in this community. So that's just, that's one experience for me, I would say.
Yeah, Sunshine's right. Brought a lot of us closer. It felt like we were a team, a wrestling team going to face another high school, and we all had our matches one by one. You know what I'm saying? But all season long, we're competing for the spots to even get on the team. You know what I'm saying?
We had, like, fucking 9 people in each house we were at. Fucking, going to Piccadilly's, fucking turning up. It was dope, man. It was cool.
Yeah, man. And I couldn't underperform because I had my teammates watching me, you know what I'm saying, and counting on me to bring home the points that we needed.
That
and that made it that much more special and that much more, intense. The pressure was on for sure. The pressure was on.
That's beautiful, man. And we were just talking about accountability. Like that was one of the top 5 reasons, and then you gave that beautiful example. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then, Dan drove. I don't know if y'all know, but just to demonstrate.
Yeah.
Dan and his family drove cross country. And now that y'all know he has, his second son, his wife was pregnant during that trip.
That's
yeah, commitment. Shout out to Lamika. That's Daniel's wife. Shout out to Lamika for committing herself and going on that trip, man.
Yeah, and congratulations on the new baby.
Congratulations. Darkness said, "Free Smoke helped me."
I remember that, Darkness.
I remember staying on the phone for 2.5 hours talking, and it helped out a lot.
Yeah, I remember that. I was at work too. I was on my break. I took my whole break, and a little bit after.
Hey, Free Smoke always be at work on the phone. Free Smoke have been on the live a couple times.
Well, shit, I ain't been to work in like a month at this point, bro. I've been on the fucking vacation, so at this point, shit, slow as a motherfucker. But yeah, I'm always at work.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, so we talked about the top 5 reasons people join. We talked about the physical health. We talked about y'all, your influence in branching beyond, your location, right? You got people hitting you up on Instagram. And I kind of want to just talk a little bit more about this to kind of hone in on the mental health. Because again, I don't think we highlight this enough within the Street Beefs community, but a good portion of the people that were fighting in Streetbeefs Westcoast weren't feeling well. They said they felt gloomy on a consistent basis. And then after joining, not a lot of people feel that way.
Now my bad.
No.
Right there, that's a indirect result of Street Beefs. That's a direct result of people exercising daily. That's what that is. Bet money. I'll put a paycheck on that.
I believe
exercise on a regular basis.
You
start cleaning your diet up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but a
everything.
little bit. It will literally change your perspective on everything.
Just a splash of encouragement, a splash of accountability, and a splash of all those other things.
THC, a little bit of THC.
Yeah.
You wrap all those things up and you run with it.
A lot of it.
No, easy. He's Free Smoke, you guys, just a little bit. So just a little bit. But you wrap all that up. You know what I mean? You work out consistently. You're encouraged by people consistently. What's up, Zed?
What's good?
You eat a little better. Like you let all those things hit you on a consistent basis, and you maintain that for just a month. Most of those gloomy days go away.
Yeah.
But so what I want to counter to that, because especially during this time, especially in January, everybody's like New Year, New Me, everybody's exercising. But we have people who are in Streetbeefs Westcoast who have been fighting for a cool minute. And they've been, for the most part, pretty consistent. Typically, people, mid-February, people didn't stop going to the gym, right? And so we can say going to the gym will change your mood, but we know in actuality, in a month's time, people ain't really, people just drop it. And so in Street, I kind of want to talk to you all about.
I feel you.
What is keeping people?
Well, that's why I'm saying. That's why I said indirect result of Street Beefs. It's a direct result of that motivation, or the direct result of that physical exercise and changing your diet. But it's an indirect result of Street Beefs holding you accountable and forcing you to do that. Like if you want to compete at any type of level,
Yeah, I think
really
what stops people from continuing on with that, New Year's resolution after 30 days is because most people don't like hard work and they want to see results. They don't want to put in the hard work. They don't want
instant gratification.
They want instant gratification. And they think just, doing this or that on like an easy level is going to get them the type of results that they want. And they're so far behind that they don't understand. They need to work out extremely hard, much harder than the person who's starting off with a better base. But then when they realize all that, it's just daunting. And they're just like, fuck that, I'm quitting.
Yeah. It's very daunting sometimes. It's daunting. Even, even get up and go to the gym right now. I don't want to go right now. I do
Yeah.
not like the gym. I just want to watch TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I have to because
Netflix.
I know where my mentals sit if I don't. So
Yeah,
you have to.
yeah.
Bushido, I want to thank you for joining first and foremost.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. I was
What's
like,
good, Zed?
Still
What's
on.
up, man?
What's good? What's good?
And so, as the branch leader, I just wanted to, ask you a couple questions. Like, did you know that the people who are participating in Street Beefs had, these things coming in? Like, did you have any suspicion?
So, I mean, honestly, people will come to me and say thank you for certain things that, this and that, right? And that'll just make my day. Whenever someone just messages me and they're like, Streetbeefs Westcoast has been like positive influence me, an influence for me in any way possible, then it just like gives me goosebumps, man, because that's why this community is here. And I think that's something that's interesting about a fight community too, because you guys were talking about being held accountable, right? Well, when you fight someone, right, you learn a lot about yourself. So yeah, we offer fights for people who train, right? Because anybody can fight for Street Beefs as long as you're healthy. But usually what happens is you scrap with no training and you're like, this is fun, but I need to train to come back, right? So that's where the accountability it comes from yourself. You went in there, just scrap. Maybe you did good, maybe you didn't do so good, but you need to train. You need to keep your body ready for this, and I think that's where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. First-hand experience with that right
Glorious purpose.
I thought weightlifting was enough for my first fight. I was like, I'm gonna go in there and smash this fool. I'm gonna break his ribs. I was saying all kinds of dumbass shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that think that, man. That you step in just strong, and you're like, wait a minute.
And then I hit him with a good hit, and he didn't go anywhere. And I was like, wait, hold up, he's supposed to go down.
Yeah.
And then he starts kneeing me in the head. I'm like, oh hell no, I wasn't.
Bro, Diesel thought he had that one-hitter quitter, boy.
Oh man!
And I just looked at him like, fuck.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Imagine being in the fight. I can see that in the comedy a movie. Like, imagine just being there. Oh, you still up?
Right.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, it's not the end. We not done.
nah.
I tell you what. When I saw Martin, when Face looked at me and said, "All right, you guys are fighting," and I looked at him like, "There's no way I'm knocking this dude out, dude." Like he
ain't got no neck, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't got no neck. You can't knock somebody out and it's just shoulder and then chin, bone.
Permanently tucked, bro. Like,
yo, I hit him as hard as I could, man, and that head just.
He didn't even sneeze, bro.
No, he didn't even. His hair was perfect and everything.
He looks better as the round progresses and shit.
Yeah, for real. He pretty much looked better. He did. I did not, but that's how fighting goes sometimes, man. You learn a lot,
Yeah,
So.
Yeah,
you
man.
did real well in your last one, bro. but I mean, you had a great corner. So
I did, man. I did. I sure did.
Shit, that was like 20 years ago.
Corner.
Bro, that was April of last year. It feels like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
In
It's
Street
been
Beefs time,
a
that's
minute.
a long time, bro.
That's what I'm
That was
saying,
when
bro.
I fought Sketch.
That's an old school fight at this point.
Yeah.
I almost want to
which one
have
was
like
that?
a
Was that
beef
a
fight,
six?
man. Like
Was that
it's
a
hard to
six?
fight people that I
Six.
know and that are like I'm
That's
friends
not
with.
fun,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I need
Really?
someone that like has a problem with me, and then I'll get in there and like see what the inner Wero is for me. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Like,
you mean to tell me?
To be honest, like
that's
that Wero,
bro. He easy to get mad at. He easy to get mad at. Bro,
That-
everybody want to
what?
fight Free Smoke all the time. Look, he's so high, you don't know what that shit. No.
you need to
that
see
Wero
someone-
moment was hilarious. When Wero got on and we was like, Wero, how you feel about this? And he said, I'm going to beat him up. That was crazy, man. But yeah, Bushido, I want to ask you another question.
Sure.
So something that like took me by surprise was the contemplating suicide and how many people are just like not thinking that anymore. When you saw that, what were some of the things that went through your mind?
Man, and that's like, it's a really personal question. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you really like find out about someone like, hey, have you thought about killing yourself? Like, you know, you just don't share that kind of stuff. And so for that stat to come out like that, it was just like, it was mind blowing. Honestly, I was like, dang, you know, we're really, really making a difference here. And not just West Coast, but, you know, Main Branch has been around for a long time. And they've been solving disputes and beefs for a very long time. And we know for a fact that they've saved lives over there. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, we're just getting started here. But for people to say like, yeah, you know, I've thought about it before. But, man, after I joined Streetbeefs West Coast, not even a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. That's really cool to me.
And that sheds some light, you know what I'm saying, on the effect of, you know, sharpening your skills as a man, and building that confidence that so many of us lack. And it makes me wonder, like, you know, because in the military, in the Marine Corps, you see, you know, you hear a lot about suicide and stuff like that, and it makes me wonder, like, if we had stuff like that we had access to, how much would that affect that number, you know?
Yeah, like, would it be different? It would absolutely be different. Like, we know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're proving it right now. So it is what it is, you know? Hopefully people catch on. Like, honestly, I would love to see politicians just go at it in the ring, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
This state,
I think some politicians just did that. They had an
governor
MMA
versus
yeah, they were in
man.
Brazil.
Like,
yeah,
settle it in the ring. Stop talking. Stop.
Yeah, it was definitely Brazil.
Guys, you know,
Brazil and Russia, man, they're crazy.
I just think that and I said this a little bit earlier, but I just think like these results kind of highlight the mental health impact of Streetbeefs Westcoast.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we're just viewing it from the perspective of two people fighting, we don't necessarily get that or see that or you know, it's just backyard brawling. It's just people in the boxing ring. But like when you start to hear the stories of how people overcome adversity to get there, I had to tap into the community in order to get a ticket to get there, or you know, my car broke down and I had to call some people and they were able to maneuver and make things happen. Like then you start to get a full picture. This is not just backyard brawling.
No, it's a family, man. And we're all humans. You know what I'm saying? Like we all got problems and we all have like financial problems and relationship problems and you know, like that, there's no end to it. Right. And we're all here together and we can all help each other. And it's cool.
Yeah. You take,
really cool
you take some of those financial problems, for instance. You know, obviously some people help other people in here, but another aspect of that, and I was talking to Daniel about this the other day, is a lot of us can't afford a gym membership to go train martial arts. It's $150, $250 a month plus gear, equipment. And a lot of times it's very, very hard to fight on the amateur circuit without a gym backing you. You know what I mean? Like being your agent.
The $1,200 physical.
Exactly. You got to get a physical. There's a lot of money involved in that. And a lot of us don't have the money to go that route. You know what I mean? And so Streetbeefs offers that outlet for, I mean, a little. So THC is kicking in. Can't think of words right now, but us lower income people who just can't afford to do that. My bad. So, you know, and then on the other, no, I can't. I ate like a pancake. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So, anyways, on the other end of that, you got to think about also guys like me, guys like Wade. We're too old to go try to fight on the amateur circuit. Like dead serious, we really, really are. We're too old to pay all that money to do all that training and then show up. But you know, maybe not Wade. Actually, he'd probably be fine. Me specifically, I'm too old to get in there and train every day. Like if I get in there and I train and I try to do what I do, dude, my joints are swollen for days, bro. I'm not even joking with you. So it gives me an opportunity to still compete, but not to pay all that money and spend all that time. Like I got work, I got kids, I got stuff to do. I don't want to dedicate that time to all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when it comes to time and money, some of our most precious resources, Streetbeefs helps us manage those better.
And speaking of kids, of kids, my kids look at me like I'm a superhero. You know what I'm saying? And that's another nice piece about it. And it kind of gives you something that you can be proud about, you know, for someone like who doesn't have, you know, much possessions or a lot of money or many, you know, major achievements. You can say, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it gives you something to look at, to look back on, and something that you can be proud of without any type of guilt. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all you.
For sure.
Hey, Tune Day, I gotta call it, man. That's a wrap.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Hey, so thank
I'll let
you.
y'all go.
I appreciate you for coming through.
Later, Wero. Oh, he's
Wero starts seeing Ronald McDonald. He starts seeing
That
He's
boy
like,
is
later.
weak.
bro like, oh, am I
That
here?
boy is weak.
No, but yeah, I think it's cool. Like YouTube, you know, I just think about like when my kids have kids and so on, right? Like they're gonna be able to look up these videos and they're gonna be like, that's your great grandpa or whatever, you know what I'm saying? like he's in there brawling, you know. That's him. Cool. You know, and it's cool because we get to share this with the world, you know what I'm saying? It's only getting bigger. And our message is cool, like put the guns down, you guys. Like obviously, like I will vouch for whoever, you know, conceal carry if you want to protect yourself. Like I protect your families, you know what I'm saying? But don't solve your daily beefs. Don't solve like, you know, stuff in the streets with guns. Like it doesn't make sense. If you really, really are angry at someone, go at it. Just throw hands, you know what I'm saying? And when you guys are done, it'll be over and that's done. And that's it. And that's our message, you know what I'm saying? And our community of people who love doing this together, who come together as a club, we have other positive effects coming out from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this whole live is about, is what are those effects? You know what I'm saying? People thinking about suicide, not thinking about suicide anymore. People being happier, people being more active, exercising, you know, wanting to compete, having a fire again, you know what I'm saying? And just having friends to talk to every day and post whatever you want to post and not feel like you're going to be judged, you know? So that's us, man. That's Streetbeefs Westcoast.
Yeah, man. And so, I see that we're approaching the hour mark. So I just want to pass it to y'all. Any final words? Because we talked about a lot, and Bushido, you said a lot of good things, but I also want to give it back to D Zone Free Smoke. Like, what are some final words about what do you want the world to know about Streetbeefs Westcoast?
Like I said, we're more, you know, like I said in the beginning, we're more than a fight club, you know what I'm saying? We're a family, you know what I'm saying? I had fucking like 30 people at my crib, at my apartment after an event, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit was mad packed. I should have sent you guys that photo, to be honest. You know what I mean? But no, like, you know, just shit like that, you know what I mean? You know, people really don't do shit like that. Even like regular friends, you know what I mean? Like not that we're not like regular friends and not like that, because we are. But you know what I mean when I say that, you know. It's just different, you know what I'm saying? We just do shit different. It's not really we don't really fit the norm that's put on us, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So that's really what it is.
Yeah, and you know, I would like to say something that I thought about the other day is, you know, the brotherhood that I see in Street Beefs. The only other thing that's comparable is that brotherhood that you find in the military with your brothers in arms, you know, and there's a lot of parallels in that. If I meet someone from another military branch, I automatically consider him my brother in a way. So if I meet someone from a different Street Beefs branch, it's the same type of feeling. And so that same type of camaraderie is there. And another parallel is the fact that we go through, you know, training together. We go through combat together. And we do it again and again and again and again and again. You know what I'm saying? And each time that bond just gets stronger and stronger. So it's like that.
Dude, that was perfect.
Yeah,
I love
man.
that, man.
Yeah, man. And it kind of feels as though, I know we have events, but it feels like the events are more so family reunions.
They are.
Yeah,
they are.
They are for me. That's for sure.
For sure.
At the family reunion. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, there we go.
And so I had the privilege to be able to attend one, and it really does feel like that, man. It was, to be quite frank, I was nervous going in. I was like, ask me to fight somebody and they're gonna punch me. And yeah, it was all love. It was like, oh, you're Tunde? You're Prismo? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It
It's real crazy.
It was literally just all love. So much positivity, man. So yeah, I kind of want to just end it off with that. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all to everybody who came through and watched.
Yes.
Before everybody goes tomorrow, Heart in the Fight, Sean Prove. We're gonna do some playoff predictions. We got Free Smoke, who's gonna be a part of that. We got
all right.
Steeler Nation, baby. Talk to him.
We got 619, who may be renaming himself when he gets into heavyweight. Don't know.
78520 and shit.
7852331. We got all of them, and they're going to be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Free Smoke, you want to talk about it a little bit more?
Yeah, like I said, we're just gonna be breaking down the you know what I'm saying, the NFL picks, you know what I'm saying? I know we're a fight club, but we also, you know, we play sports. We have football fans everywhere, NFL fans, we got betting fans everywhere. Shit's huge. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of both, giving our picks, giving our breakdowns, you know what I'm saying? Maybe dive into some lines or whatever, see what people are thinking. And yeah, that's basically the rundown for tomorrow.
Let's do it. So I'm excited. Again, thank you all for coming through.
And we got the picks too.
We got the predictions. I want to bring up something that Golden Arm said. It's a brotherhood that brings peace to the world. We punch each other in the face and then call each other brother after, because that's what we are. We cure each other in many ways. Beautifully said, bro. Beautifully said. But yeah, I want to say thank y'all for coming through, and we'll see y'all 7 p.m. tomorrow with football predictions.
Thank you guys. Much love. Much love.
No problem. Much love as well.